Hello and welcome to another update from the homestead on the hill. In today's video, we look at the bathroom, and I hope it's the last video on this subject. The work covered in this video has taken weeks, if not months, and we're just about finished. We replaced the shower tray, finished the tiling on the floor and the walls, and I even installed the new larger geyser. If you're new here, my name is Hein, and my wife Mienette and I are building a small house all by ourselves on an empty piece of land. We moved to the farm about 3 years ago, and we've been building a new life ever since. About a year ago, in update 24, I showed us finishing the shower in our bathroom. We used a plastic shower tray surrounded by some tiles. In one of the biggest mistakes I've made in this house build, I decided to stiffen the shower tray by pumping in some expanding polyurethane foam under the tray from below. This did not end well. I seem to have lost the footage I shot of the result, but suffice it to say, the entire tray lifted from the floor, along with some of the tiles surrounding the tray. This allowed shower water to seep underneath the tray, which is not a good thing, being built on a wooden floor. So it was time to replace the shower with something better. We decided to cast a concrete shower base and tile it instead of the plastic shower tray. I should have done this from the beginning, but I wasn't confident in my ability to do this successfully at the time. Having built so much over the last 2.5 years, I knew we could do it, so we started ripping out the old stuff to prepare for the new. With the floor dried out, I added a layer of thick plastic and started mixing concrete. I built a wooden form to the exact shape I wanted and started casting the mini slab. I wanted it at least 3 inches thick. The floor below is very solid, so that should give us a nice tray. This is what the shower floor looked like before tiling with the new black outlet. I built a rim on the front using small bricks I also cast myself before we started tiling the shower floor. We decided on black pebble tiles to match the small black tiles of the bathroom floor. One comment I see online a lot is that one can often see the lines between the sheets of tiles in this pebble style tiles. We were careful to lay out the individual tiles to blend into one another. A black grout also helps to not draw the eye to the tile pattern. The floor tiles were used to cover the edge of the shower floor. Most of these were hand cut to fit exactly. Also, what we did not show in the previous video was that almost half the bathroom was not finished. We needed to insulate the walls and fit some drywall, tile behind the toilet and washing machine, finish tiling the floor, and complete the finishing of the drywalling above the wall tiles. To do this, we had to take out the flushing toilet and wash basin and the washing machine and finish the drywalling of the walls. The sewage line to the septic tank was blanked off, and the toilet was taken outside and given a proper cleaning. Once the drywall was done, we could complete the wall and floor tiles. Mienette was in charge of all the tiling. These tiles were cut to fit around the pipes. The washing machine and toilet is only plumbed with cold water, but the wash basin has both cold and hot lines coming in. Then we have the outlet pipes for the wash basin and the washing machine, and the sewage line to the septic tank. The toilet is mounted on a small pedestal to give a bit of extra height. As we grow older, getting up from a low toilet is not going to get any easier, and we plan to stay here for a long time. The white grout makes a huge difference in the appearance of the walls, and having the windowsill finished also makes it look so much better. The holes for the mounting of the cistern, which screws into 2 studs, lined up perfectly. Refitting the toilet was a piece of cake, and the plumbing using a flexible pipe went down exactly as planned. Once the toilet was bolted down in place, Mienette could finish the floor tiling. Again, flexible tile cement was used. Tiles were individually cut to fit the odd shapes against the wall and around the pedestal, and grout was liberally applied. You can clearly see where we stopped tiling previously. Once the excess grout was cleaned off, the bathroom started to look finished. And this is what our bathroom looks like now. We refitted the swinging glass partition, added some decoration, and added a hand shower fitting. A full-length mirror was fitted to the sliding door, which also had the hardware painted black to fit in with the rest of the trim. A set of shelves complete the decorations. In a tiny house, you can never have enough storage space. In our previous video, we built a covering box for our LPG water heater. However, I have been planning to replace this smaller water heater with one better suited to our needs. Unfortunately, the mounting points and pipework was custom made for the old geyser, and the new one is not the same. So I made an adapter plate from leftover material to continue using the old mounting points from which I can hang the new water heater. I also cut back the cold water and hot water copper pipes and fit screw adapters for flexible fittings. While I was at it, I also installed a disconnecting valve in the cold water supply line, something I neglected to do in the previous installation. Next, the LPG regulator needed to be moved, as it was way too close to the heater. Here we have the cold and hot water flexible couplings fitted. And in this shot we can see the LPG connected with a cut-off valve installed as well. In February, we had some very welcome rain. It has been dry, with absolutely no flowers this last year. Unfortunately, all 5 my bee colonies absconded in search of food, so we are starting again from scratch next year. Just look at the dam overflowing after just one sudden shower. And so the sun sets on another update. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe if you want to follow our progress. See you in the next update.